Hello and welcome to The Circle. My name is Sarah and I will be your host for the occasion. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. An Egyptian mummy hand. The hand of the undead, or simply if you just need a hand. With Halloween at the end of the month, this is a really fun and affordable way to make something scary for your day. I also use this hand for my short film, The Underground Merchant. If you want to watch the rest of the film, the link is in the description below. To start off, all you need is some paper, pens, and or a pencil. Then what you need to do is actually trace your own hand. This will be the easiest way to do it. Then on the inside of the hand, you need to actually draw the lines and do a rough shape where the joints are. Then what you need is some pipe cleaners. What we're going to do with the pipe cleaners is cut them down and measure them out to the size of your hand that you've just drawn. After you've done, it should look something like this. Then what we need are different sized beads. Preferably if you can get 3, that would be better. I've only got 2. The beads are the joints. And the way to put them on the hand is something like this. You want the big beads with the big joints and the little beads with the little joints. Then we're coming in with just some hot glue. We're going to just start with the thumb. Now the places you don't want to hot glue are the big joints. The only places you need to hot glue are the smaller joints. Now you need a second lot of pipe cleaners, preferably a different colour. What we're going to do now is connect the big joints with the second lot of pipe cleaning. This part's a little bit tricky. It took me a while to figure it out, but you just have to be patient and essentially just put one lot of pipe cleaner through, connect it to the other joint, and you'll get something like that. Then what we need to do is shorten the ends, and we want to basically just hot glue those down to keep them in place. Then we need to do the same thing for the knuckle joints. Again, this can be tricky and a bit annoying, but you just have to be patient. Cutting the ends off really help. Doing 2 at a time I found really helped as well. Make sure you connect the 2 outer joints together and then connect the 2 middle joints together. Then by the time you are done, it should look something like this. Shorten the ends off. Once you have shortened the ends off, you want to get another lot of pipe cleaner and go underneath. I'm connecting the 2 outer joints together just to secure it in place. So then what we want to do is trim that as well, and then we go in with the hot glue. Just be careful with the hot glue, obviously it can burn. I'm only using a low temperature, so if it gets on my hand it doesn't hurt that much. And it should look something like that. So now what you'll need is some sticky tape or masking tape or any kind of tape that you have around the house pretty much, because what we need to do is put the tape onto the hand, well the palm of the hand really, and between the thumb and the index finger. This is going to replicate the skin, and this will really help with the next step. You need to do the tape. Do a couple of layers of the tape too, because that just helps keep it together. Also, don't forget to put some sticky tape where the wrist is. And once you're done, it should look something like that. Now this is the really fun part. This is the part where you get to actually shape the fingers and bend the hand and basically just move it to where you want it to be. But keep in mind that whatever position you put the fingers or the hand, that is going to be the position that it will stay in once we complete the next step. You can't move or reshape the hand once you've finished the next step. Okay, so the next step is you need some paper and you need some Elmer's glue or some school glue or any kind of glue. So what I'm using is some toilet paper. You can use any paper pretty much, but toilet paper is the easiest thing to use. What I'm doing is just pulling apart those edges so that we don't see any clear lines. This will really help when we start to glue it onto the hand. You want to get quite a few sheets of paper, and with those sheets of paper, what I did to make it even more is I pretty much just ripped it in half and then ripped it in half again. So I ripped it in 4 pieces pretty much. There's no right or wrong, you just need to rip some pieces of paper into smaller pieces so that it's easier to glue onto the hand. Now what you need to do is add a layer of glue, then add some tissue or paper, and then add some more glue on top of that, and then just keep layering and layering and adding more and adding more. You need to really work that paper in with the glue, really press it down and shape it to the hand. You can use a brush or you can use your finger. You can pretty much use anything to press the glue and the paper down. It's up to you. I'm just using my finger because it's a bit easier. So this was about 1 to 2 layers of the glue. To get it to this point, I added, I think, 6, maybe 7 layers of the glue and the paper. I'm not really sure, I don't remember, but to get it to this point, or a point that you're happy with, just keep adding the glue, keep adding the tissue, and really just work it into the hand and keep the shape. For the paint, I pretty much just used a brush and a sponge, nothing too fancy. The undercoat really isn't that important, you can skip this step. If you skip this step, just make sure you use a gold and a white. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of me repainting this and adding that top layer coat. I just went in with gold and a white, and I turned it into this kind of like a bone kind of shade. This is what it should look like after you've painted the gold and the white. You can leave it like this if you just want a hand on its own. That's always a bit creepy. Or you can get a jar like what I've done here, turn it upside down, get the lid out, cut a hole in the middle of the lid, then glue the hand, and you've got a display piece. How cool is that? Thank you so much for watching. Until the next creation.